Bonnie Clewans, and today I'm going to show you how to create a birthstone necklace using crystals, cubic zirconia, birthstone charms, and some figure-8 chain. We will be using 24 gauge half-hard wire to attach our crystals and birthstones to our chain. Let's get started. I've taken a 5-inch piece of 24 gauge half-hard wire. I'm using a round nose pliers. I position my pliers about an inch away from the end and a third of the way up the nose of the tool. I'm going to do a wire wrapped loop which will allow me to attach my birthstones and crystals to the chain. I bend my wrist away, holding my wire so that it is now perpendicular to my work surface. I pull the wire over the top nose of the pliers towards me. That creates the beginning of my wire wrapped loop. I attach my figure-8 chain, link of my figure-8 chain, position my pliers diagonally across the loop, take that short end and sweep it around to start my wire wrap. I am under the nose of the pliers and I wrap it around in a circular fashion 3 times, creating a small coil. Now that we've attached our chain to our 24 gauge half-hard wire and completed our wire wrapped loop, we're ready to add crystals and birthstones. I'll start with a 4mm, and this is crystal AB, a 6mm, and then my charm. It's real important when you're adding multiple charms to a piece that they all face in the same direction, and you want to monitor this as you're adding them. It's important to have a crystal that's large enough so that the loop, the split ring, does not slide over it. And the 6mm is a perfect spacer for your crystals. And again, before I stop my process and add all the crystals, I want to ensure that I've added the correct ones in their place. So I have all my beads lined up as needed. All birthstone charms are facing forward. The back is pointed, and that point back, we don't want that in the front. So just to review, we have 4mm crystal, 6, a charm, another 6, and a 4mm spacer. So we have 3 stations. Now we're ready to add our second side of wire. Using my round nose pliers, I position myself about a third of the way up the nose of the pliers, a little bit above my last crystal, bend my wrist away, pull the wire over the top nose of the pliers towards me. Now I'm ready to add my figure 8 chain for the second side. Positioning my pliers diagonally across the loop, take the wire under the bottom nose of the pliers and wrap going towards the crystals 3 times. We are now attached, taking care to get as close as I can to the beads and the wire, cutting down onto the surface. And now I'm ready to tuck the ends of the wire sticking up right down flush against the beads using my crimper tool. And I simply rotate, making sure not to crunch on the crystal, but only on the wire. Repeating the same process on that first side. Now, if you notice, this part with the wire is straight. I very gently bend the wire just a little bit to give it a little curve so that it will hang appropriately when worn. Now I'm ready to add my clasp. And again, I like to use my split rings. This way I never have to worry that the ring will open, as the case with a jump ring. And I've got a sturdy closure. To review, positioning the split ring in the nose of the pliers, coming in from the inside and coming directly up, I open the split ring using my T-pin, attach a link of my figure 8 chain, and then my clasp. And then I simply rotate around and my clasp is attached, and it's very sturdy. I repeat the process on the second side, and again, positioning the split ring facing upwards in the nose of the plier, coming in with my T-pin to open that split ring, and then attaching the chain and rotating that split ring around. And my second side is attached. And now we have our birthstone necklace with figure 8 chain. If you have any questions on this project or any other projects at Plazko.com or general beading questions, kindly contact us at DIY@Plazko.com.